Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome once again to the second day of 1 week International Faculty Development Program on Herbal Medicine Research and Global Health, a therapeutic perspective between 9 to 14 February, organized by Adil System Prasarak Mandal, Phytochemical College of Pharmacy, Islamabad. I hope you all are safe at your home and gear up to attend the session for today. Dear participants, we have one session lined up today, that is beginner session for second day. Ladies and gentlemen, the aim of education is the knowledge not of facts but of values. It is on occasions like this we get an opportunity to test our knowledge and understanding. We look forward to get an exposure about what the best of brains think about this very dynamic future of herbal medicine research and global health with its therapeutic perspective. The participants in the globalized era, new and improvised contents are being introduced in the market, driven by rapid changes in technology. Over the past couple of decades, many advances in the pharma sector have led to introduction of blockbuster drugs, thus saving lives of millions of people. Living well and maintaining a healthy immune system in human life can sometimes be challenging. The immune system is a network of cells, tissues, and organs that works together to protect the body from infection. The immune function of the human body is highly influenced by the dietary intake of certain nutrients and bioactive compounds present in the foods. Functional foods are consumed across various diverse cultures in some form or other, which provides benefits greater than the basic nutritional needs. Novel functional foods are being developed using novel bioactive ingredients such as probiotics, polyunsaturated fatty acids, and various phytoconstituents, which have a range of immunomodulatory functions. Apart from immunomodulation, these ingredients also affect the immunity by their antioxidant, antibacterial, and antiviral properties. Nutraceuticals are food ingredients that provides medical or health benefits, including the prevention of diseases and boosting the overall immune system. So, for briefing us regarding this nutraceutical topic, that is potential role of nutraceutical as an immunity booster, we have a very eminent personality with all of us. I would like to give a warmest welcome to Dr. Ujjwaldeep Devare sir, Associate Professor R.C. Patel Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Shirpur. Welcome, sir. Before starting our session, let me give a brief introduction of Dr. Devare sir. Sir has completed his M.Pharm PhD in Pharmacognosy. Sir is currently working Sir is currently working as an associate professor in R.C. Patel Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Shirpur. Sir has total 13 years of teaching and research experience. Sir has received minor project grant from University Grant Commission for the project entitled Development and Characterization of Natural Material as a Pharmaceutical Excipients. Sir has total 10 publications with 18.313 cumulative impact factor in Thomson Reuters. Recently, he has published different research articles, isolation and characterization of natural polysaccharide from Cassia obstrifolia seed mucilage as film forming material for drug delivery in International Journal of Biological Macromolecules. Also, he has published thiolated and carboxymethylated Cassia obstrifolia seed mucilage as novel excipient for drug delivery, development, and characterization in Materials Technology Journal. Also, he has published isolation and structural characterization of mucilaginous polysaccharide obtained from the seeds of Cassia and uniflora for industrial application in Food Chemistry Journal. Sir has guided 4 PG students for the research project. He is a well-presented, self-motivated individual having clear understanding of the role and responsibilities associated with the teaching faculty, possessing excellent counseling, listening, and general communication skills, along with the ability to communicate with the students. Sir, we have indeed privilege to have you today on our panel. Welcome you once again, sir. I would like to request Dr. Ujjwaldeep Devare, sir, uh, to start his session. Please.
First of all, very good afternoon to all. Thank you very much, madam, for such a sweet introduction. Before going to start our today's session, I will like to thanks the management of Ketty Patel College of Pharmacy, convener and principal, my esteemed friend, Dr. Amol Joshi, for organizing such a good FDP program entitled Herbal Medicine, Research and Global Health, a Therapeutic Perspective. Again, I congratulate all the team member for the arranging such a event. So, shall we start, madam?
Yes, sir, yes. We can
Okay.
start.
The screen is visible.
Yes, sir, yes, visible.
Okay, thank you. So, our today's topic is a potential role of nutraceuticals as an immunity booster. Myself, Ujwaldeep, I am going to deliver a topic on this nutraceutical as an immunity booster. Before going to start directly to that nutraceutical, I would like to introduce some points or the awareness about this nutraceutical food material. If you look back to our history, we found that ancient Indian peoples were very aware and knowledge, having the knowledge regarding this food material as its nutritional value. If you see the era that is before the common era, around 1800 to 1500 BC, Aryan's Saskruti was there. So Arya's people classified this food material on the basis of their nature and the use. So Aryas classified this food material into four segments or four types. First class of this is a Shushka Dhanya. We term it as the cereals. Definitely, we are going to use this type of Shushka Dhanya for the consumption, for the preparation or cooking. In that, we are going to prepare roti or bhakris. Second class, they divide this food material into pulses, term or call it as a samidhanya. We are going to prepare pulses of this type of semidhanya grains. And in the third class, they divide this food material into shakha, vegetables. We are going to prepare sabji for this type of material or by using this material. And finally, the fourth class of the drug or food material, they are grouped into the phala, that is fruits. Again, if we look towards the structure of our Indian meal, throughout India, the basic structure of our meal is looks like this, having common ingredient. No doubt, the taste and the cooking process is quite different in different state, but the basic structure dhacha of our meal is in previous day is having such a ingredients in this as having roti or bhakri or chapati is there. In our meal we are consuming sabji. In that again a gravy sabji is there and a non gravy sabji is there. Two to three sub different kind of sabjis are there. Again our meal include initial days butter milk is there or curd is there. We have some pickles are there present and having some koshambis or the uncooked vegetables along with the sweet material. But due to some circumstances or due to our uh, fast lifestyle, we move from this our diet routine lunch towards this tiffin box, and we are missing those food material we have to eat daily for boosting our immunity. We are missing that consumption of this food material, and we now face the imbalance of these materials, which we term now as nutraceuticals. According to Ayurveda, there are six basic tests. There was again a shlok in Ayurveda, and the shlok is as षड्रसा पुरुषेणेह भोक्तम या बलम इच्छता आम्लस्तिक्त कथायच मधुर लवणकटु. So according to this shloka, the meaning of the shloka is if someone want to have a healthy state or healthy body, then he or she must have to eat these six type of taste in his or her diet. And these six taste are include, that is a sweet taste is there, sour taste is there, salty taste is there, bitter taste, astringent and pungent taste. So these different tests are also help to digest the food material, improve the body system or the immune system, such as sweet material definitely build the tissue and calms the nerves. Sour test helps to increase the absorption of the minerals in our body. Salty taste no doubt improves the food taste but also lubricate the body tissues. While the bitter taste helps to detoxify the tissues. Astringent taste helps to absorb the water and tightens the body tissue, while the pungent taste, as we all know, it stimulates the digestion and the metabolism process. So definitely if we want to have a healthy state, we have to consume all this type of food material in our diet. Now come back to our point, that is nutraceutical. So nutraceuticals are a group of the product that are more than the food but less than the pharmaceutical. The word is come from this two word, that is nutra and suticals, pharmaceuticals. So nutraceuticals are the group of the product that are more than the food but less than the pharmaceutical. As we discuss, our ancient people or the ancient people were aware about the use and the exact role of this food material. So the Hippocrates said, let food be your medicine and medicine be your food, particularly to predict the relationship between the food for the health and their specific therapeutic benefits. Nutraceuticals are the combination of pharmaceutical and the nutritions. Nutraceuticals refers to any food particles which may be whole or any part of that food material, which is definitely a purified food product and which renders or showing the health or medicinal benefits, including the prevention and treatment of disease. But most of the time we consume the nutraceutical for the prevention. Recently, as there is no any specific definition accepted for this term nutraceutical, recently nutraceuticals are redefined and the definition is for the nutraceutical as the food product or its primary and secondary metabolites that could deliver the health benefit to prevent or to treat the disease. As we know, definitely nutraceuticals are prepared from the natural sources, mostly again from the plant sources. So plant we consider as a factory for the synthesis of number of chemical compounds. Plant going to produce different type of metabolites, including primary and secondary metabolites. For the treatment purpose, we are focusing the use of secondary metabolites. Secondary metabolites, nothing but the alkalides, glycosides, steroids, terpenoids, etc. And primary metabolites from the plant source are nothing but the carbohydrates, protein, and lipid materials. So according to this, the food product or its primary and secondary metabolites. So it contains both these metabolites, including primary and secondary, that could deliver the health benefit in human being. So particularly to prevent or treat the disease. The term nutraceuticals are also referred as dietary supplements. Sometimes it is also referred as a functional food and the beverage foods. In dietary supplement, it includes some vitamins and minerals. It includes some herbal supplements. It includes some protein supplements. While in functional food and beverage food, it includes the functional foods and the functional beverage. Now let's see what is this functional food. Functional foods, nutraceutical referred as a functional food. So when the food is being cooked or prepared by using scientific intelligence, with or without the knowledge of how or why it is being used, then the food material we consume or we call as the functional food material. Now here the word scientific intelligence means the scientific intelligence, it means during the cooking process, if we are following the scientific process for the preparation, if this kind of process is used for cooking the food material, then it is termed as a scientific intelligence. As you see in the photograph, generally while cooking the roti or bhakri, we are going to sieving that flours, but that is not a recommended process, because by doing this we are throwing the fibrous material which present in the grains. So when the food material being cooked or prepared by using such a scientific intelligence, with or without the knowledge how or why it is being used, that time it is considered as a functional food. Thus, functional food provide us the various vitamins, fats, proteins, carbohydrates, etc. When the functional food aid in the prevention or the treatment of disease or disorder, then the deficiency condition like the anemia, then that time it is called or termed as a nutraceuticals. Sometimes these nutraceuticals also referred or termed as the dietary supplement. So according to the Dietary Supplement and Health Education Act, a dietary supplement is a product that is intended to supplement the diet that bears or contain one or more of the necessary or the following ingredients, which includes the vitamins, minerals, herbs, or other botanicals and amino acid. That time we consider this nutraceutical as a dietary supplement. Now we know in most of the country nutraceutical are termed or called as a part of the dietary supplement. The frequency of nutraceutical use is 50 to 70% in developed countries population, and this number is going to be increased by the age. Again, it is seen that ladies use more nutraceutical than the men's. From the safety point of view, nutraceuticals are trusted products even if they are not approved by the authorities like pharmaceuticals. Routinely we see a slogan that apple a day keeps the doctor away. Now, exact meaning of the word is not like that. If we eat or consume an apple daily, then need not to concern to any physician. The meaning of this slogan is that we have to consume or eat at least a fruit on a day, or on every day we have to consume at least a single fruit, and that fruit may be any fruit, not compulsion is there we have to eat these apples. So that fruit may be a seasonal fruit, and these fruits or the material food material were uh, consumed for improve our immunity. So up till now, we definitely aware the terms pharmaceutical, or know now that the pharmaceutical are nothing but the drug used in the treatment of disease, and the nutraceuticals that are nothing but the nutrients that may prevent the disease condition. So plant material used for the prevention and sometimes for the treatment of disease we term now as a nutraceuticals. In market there are different nutraceuticals are available. These nutraceuticals, some example of that nutraceutical I am quoting here, as Yakult is there, some probiotics are there, Yakult is there, inulin is there, which is available in the market. Some uh, grape grapeovit is there, grapeovit capsules, so having some multivitamin supplement and antioxidant property. Then different kind of nutraceuticals or this various examples are there which are available in the market. So plant phytoconstituent, primary or secondary metabolite, particularly talking about the secondary metabolite, as I told that the alkaloid, glycoside, steroid, terpenoid, etc., having the use prominently to treatment of the disease, and the nutraceuticals are used for the health benefit, that is prevent from the disease condition. There are different forms of the nutraceutical which are again available in the market in various forms, like it may be available in powder supplement which is enclosed in capsules and pills. It is available in form of extracts, or extracted vitamins are there. It is available in the food extract form, in a gel forms are there. Some fortified drinks are available having some nutraceutical nutritional values is there. It is available. Baked goods are there which are having this nutritional value is there. Some dietary supplements are there, having some stuff. Superfood seed extracts are there, that is secondary metabolite extracts are there for the treatment of the disease. These various forms of the nutraceutical nowadays is available in the market. If you see during this pandemic, uh, there are almost 2 years for this COVID-19, and still there is no any moiety or the drug is available for the treatment for this COVID. So during initial days of this COVID-19, Ministry of Ayush gives the specific guideline for the safe care during the COVID-19 crisis. According to the Ayush department, Ayurveda being the science of life, as we all know, and during this pandemic or during this COVID-19, what kind of precaution should be taken during this, that is given by the Ministry of Ayush. So Ayush department recommended that, so some general measures include in that: drink warm water throughout the day, daily practice of yogasana, pranayam, meditation for at least 30 minutes. Spices like turmeric, cumin, coriander, garlic are recommended in daily cooking. In secondly, Ayurvedic immunity promoting measures, in that I wish mention everyone has to consume chawanprash 10 gram in morning. Again, the guideline is given for the diabetic patient; they should take sugar-free chawanprash. We know we have to prepare some decoction during this pandemic, or in initial days of COVID-19. We are going to drink the herbal tea, and the ingredient mentioned in the herbal tea by Ayush, some important ingredients that we have to add in this decoction or the preparation of kadha include: the holy basil is there, cinnamon is there, kalmi dalchini is there, then kali mirch, that is black pepper is there, dry ginger is there, and raisins are there. So raisins nothing but the dry grapes. So that ingredient we have to add simply in water, boil it. For the taste purpose, we are going to add in that jaggery, natural sugar, and we may add in that the fresh lemon juice to improve the taste of that decoction. So these all are the herbs or herb related material which are using for the prevention or preventive measures. Again, in the guidelines, according to that guidelines of Ayush, it is mentioned to drink the golden milk, nothing but the turmeric milk. Again, some simple Ayurvedic procedures are prescribed or mentioned in Ayush uh, notification. In that, the nasal application, apply some sesame or coconut oil or ghee in both the nostrils. Then pulling therapy of oil, in that we have to take 1 tablespoon of the sesame or coconut oil in mouth. We don't to swallow, we don't have to swallow it. Just swirl that oil for 2 to 3 minutes in our mouth and then split it. So all these measures, all these precautionary measures help us to keep away from the COVID-19. So it means these are the precautionary measures that prevent the disease conditions. So in general, there are some ways to strengthen our immunity. Apart from this COVID-19, what are the different diseases or disorders are there? we have to prevent this disease and disorder by improving our immunity. So how to improve our immunity? For that we have to do some things, that we have to improve our diet. As we discussed, we are shifting due to the fast lifestyle. We are not consuming the all the ingredients, all the things that we have to eaten in our lunch or dinner. So that things, the material or the ingredient, food material, we have to consume in our daily diet. Secondly, we have to consume some herbal preparations or vitamins. If it is not possible to consume or to eat that all the ingredients which are necessary for our health, then we have to prefer the herbal preparations or the vitamins. And third and most important thing is that we have to make lifestyle changes to produce a perfect immune response. So how can we change our lifestyle? So in that we have to follow some measures. For changing the lifestyle, it means we have to follow some ideal measures in our life, which includes we have to choose a healthy lifestyle, don't smoke and drink alcohol, exercise regularly. As in previous slide we discussed, Ayush department also recommended to exercise including yogasana, pranayam. So at least 11 yogasana we have to do at our home in morning, which definitely again help to improve our immunity. Maintain a healthy weight. Maintaining healthy weight, it might again uh, healthy weight means we have a perfect body mass index, and for the calculation, the simple formula for this BMI, as whatever individual height, that height in centimeter, and from that centimeter we have to subtract 100. So what are the answer is there, that is the perfect weight of that particular individual. Again, we have to eat a high fruits and vegetable diet. Try to minimize the stress. For minimizing the stress, we have to go for the meditation and get adequate sleep. So these are some measures we have to follow. If we follow, then definitely our immunity is boost. So why should we use this nutraceutical? Because these nutraceuticals nowadays we consume for its some important benefits. In this, it prevent the chronic disease we discuss right now. It improve our health and postpone the early aging. There is no any alternative for this nutraceutical nowadays, because since the new molecule is very difficult to discover and more expensive and risky than ever before. Many pharmaceutical companies, due to this, now trying to the nutraceutical, so that there is undoubtedly a very huge and growing market in upcoming days for these nutraceuticals. The role of nutraceutical in creating inappropriate dietary habits. Up till we discussed that if we maintain our diet, a healthy diet, then there is no need to consume such a additional supplement or dietary supplement for improving the immunity. Nutraceuticals are gaining popularity as because people are relying on them for safeguarding. People nowadays are more aware about their health. Again, uh, during this COVID-19 situation or the from that pandemic conditions, people were more about aware about the use of this nutraceutical, as this nutraceuticals considered to be safe, because not having any side effect. These nutraceuticals are prepared from the plant material, so there is a less side effect or not having any side effects, as well having a long history of use and better patient tolerance, and having a public acceptance. As we know, coin is there, that coin, two sides to that coin is there. So same in this nutraceutical also, up till we see the advantages, importance of nutraceutical, but there are some disadvantages or limitations of this nutraceutical. And these nutraceuticals are not subjected to the testing and regulation as a pharmaceuticals. Majority of these nutraceuticals are not regulated by FDA. Sometimes companies creating unregulated products to create a wide profit margin, that may be happen. There is a bioavailability issue for this nutraceutical, as nutraceuticals having lower bioavailability, and there is no regulatory definition or a fixed regulatory guideline for the standardization of this nutraceutical. So these are quite some limitation or disadvantage of this nutraceutical. Then talk about the classification of these nutraceuticals. Nutraceuticals are the functional foods that can be classified on the basis of their natural sources, pharmacological condition, or as per the chemical constituents present in this. So according to the natural sources, they are obtained from the plant, and most of the nutraceuticals are prepared from this plant source material, including so many herbs like tomato, garlic, ginger, etc. Some animal sources are there from which nutraceuticals are prepared or having this animal source material, like shark liver oil is there, cod liver oil is there. Some mineral sources which include some calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, and microorganisms, that is bifidobacterium and lactobacillus. Secondly, nutraceuticals classified according to their particular use in a particular disease condition. So such a in first column you can see the conditions for that particular nutraceuticals role is there, like the allergy relief. For that, ginkgo biloba drug plant were used. For the arthritis support, we are going to use some glucosamine and amino sugar, and which are number of used as a precursor for the synthesis of some protein and lipids. For the cancer prevention, we are going to use some flax seeds, green tea, etc. For cardiac disease and cholesterol lowering condition, we are going to consume garlic. Digestive support, for that some digestive enzymes that we have to see in upcoming slides. Some diabetic support, for that we are consume or prefer for the consumption of garlic and memodica. Female hormone support, for that we are going to consume black chohon. Black chohon is an North American plant, flowering plant is there, having belonging to the Ranunculaceae family is there, and which is popular for the woman health supplement. Again, false unicorn plant is commonly used in female hormone support. Particularly roots and rhizome of these false unicorn plants are used for the various women problems, including ovarian cyst is there, menopausal symptoms are there, etc. And for the immunity boosters, we are going to consume or have these ginseng and ashwagandha. And the prostate supports important role performed by these lycopenes, which is obtained from different sources like tomato, guava, papaya, etc. Thirdly, and major classification of this nutraceutical on the basis of these chemical groupings, as the first class in this inorganic mineral supplements having some minerals. Secondly, digestive enzymes are there, includes amylase, pepin, etc. Third, probiotics are there. Fourth one is prebiotics. Fifth class of this, in this type of this nutraceutical class, is dietary fibers are there. Sixth one having some antioxidant, and seventh one some phytochemicals, include some phenolic compounds, flavonoids, fatty acid, isopyrenates, etc. Let's see one by one detail for this third class or category. Inorganic mineral supplements. Sorry. There are large number of elements of the minerals controls the variety of the physiological and the biochemical function in our body. Most of the minerals are used or we are going to consume in our diet, but if there is deficiency of these minerals we are not going to consume in our diet, then definitely it may develop a variety of the health related problem and disease condition may appear. So inorganic mineral supplements, it includes some minerals like calcium is there, magnesium is there, manganese is there, zinc, boron, phosphorus, etc. First is calcium. Calcium is a very important element in the treatment of the bone loss and prevention. More than 25% women found to suffer by this osteopenia and osteoporosis due to deficiency of calcium. So pre-puberdatory is the best time to being supplementing our diet with calcium. And for the proper and better absorption of calcium, we have to again consume vitamin D. Again, according to the Ayush, it is recommended that every day we have to take at least 30-minute sun bath, so that again helpful for the improving the level of vitamin D. Second inorganic mineral supplement is magnesium. Magnesium is an essential element which involves more than 300 enzymatic process and critical in the proper use and maintenance of the calcium. Number of time it is seen that the individual if having calcium deficiency, but actually the individual is having the deficiency of magnesium, because magnesium play an important role for the proper use and maintenance of the calcium. So we consume wheat, oats and barley, from which the magnesium imbalance is solved. The third inorganic mineral supplement is manganese. Manganese is required in several enzymatic reactions and it is necessary for the proper bone and cartilage formation. Again, for the supplement of this manganese, we have to eat some whole grains, brown rice, spinach, etc. The another uh, inorganic ingredient is the minerals. Is boron. Boron is helpful in supporting the calcium and estrogen level in the post-menopausal woman, and that can be supplemented by consuming the apples, coffee, dried beans, meal, potatoes, etc. Next inorganic mineral is copper. Copper, which is an essential element needed by all the tissue in our body. For maintaining the proper level of copper, we have to consume or we get this copper from mushroom, nuts, seeds and some leafy greens. Zinc is the important ingredient again, which supports the body's overall antioxidant system by scavenging the free radicals. And lastly, the phosphorus, which is again important in maintaining the bone structure and bone formation. So for that, we have to consume the milk, meats, and some grains and nuts to fulfill the deficiency of phosphorus. Next, nutraceutical class is digestive enzymes. The name itself implies digestive enzymes, nothing but the some important or the enzymes which are improve our digestive system or digestion. Number of time we thought much of the reflux is there due to the too much acid in our stomach, but it is not true. As much of the reflux is not caused by too much acid in the stomach, but from poor digestion, and this is because the poor digestion is because having too little acid in our gut or stomach. So this is because as we ages, the stomach cell responsible for the acid production slows down the secretion or production of acid, and this is turns slows the transit time of the food in the stomach, and that causes actually the reflux of the food from the esophagus. Again, in this situation, number of time we consume or we assume that there is too much acid in our stomach, so for that condition, to manage that condition, we are going to taking antacid, and actually it is often worsen the problem. So variety of the digestive enzymes are there, can use for the as a digestive aid to help and absorb the food material, and these includes amylase is there, pepsin is there, and pancreolipase enzymes are there. These particular enzymes play an important role for the particular type of food material digestion. Like amylase helps to improve the digestion of the carbohydrate and sugar. For that proper level, maintaining the level of amylase, we have to consume or we can get this from mango, banana, honey, papaya, sweet potato, soya bean, barley, etc. Papain and bromelain, and these use as an aid in the digestion and are commonly found in digestive product also. The papain enzyme, which is obtained from carica papaya, from the unripe fruits of carica papaya, it is extracted, while bromelain is obtained from the pineapple fruit. Another digestive enzyme is pepsin. Pepsin is used for the proper digestion of protein, and pancreolipase enzymes helps the body to break down the fat in small intestine. Another major class of the nutraceutical is probiotics. Probiotics are often called as a good or helpful bacteria because these bacteria helps to keep our gut healthy, and they do or keep our gut healthy by improving the intestinal microbial balance and functioning of the large intestine. It is seen that approximately 95% of the bacteria found in human body and are particularly located in the colon, some of which are desirable and helpful bacteria, while others are harmful bacteria. So, what are that nutraceutical preparations or dietary supplement available in the market that we are going to consume, particularly bioguts, that biogut containing lactobacillus acidophilus and bifidobacteria. This lactobacillus acidophilus is help to prevent or to reduce the incidence of the vaginal infection, maybe a bacterial or fungal infection, while yogurts which found to contain some bifidobacteria and streptococcus thermophilus. These bifidobacteria help to prevent young children suffering from the diarrheal condition. So, this potential benefit provided by the probiotics as it manages the lactose intolerance. Uh, Sometimes people are unable to fully digest the sugar present, particularly lactose in the milk, and that lead to the diarrhea, gas, or sometime may bloating is there after eating some dairy product or drinking some dairy product or milk. So this can be prevented by using this type of digestive probiotics. Then it reduces the bladder and urinary tract infection. It helps to improve the symptoms of the irritable bowel syndrome. It helps to treat the diarrhea, as you've seen, bifidobacteria are there, and also you the shorten the duration of intestinal infection. Next class of this nutraceutical is prebiotics. Prebiotics are the food components that easily escape the digestion by the normal human digestive enzyme and then by safely and in intact form reach to the colon after passes through the stomach and small intestine, that is reach safely in the large intestine, where they selectively promote the growth of the probiotics. Probiotics alone can hardly survive in the acid in the upper gut before reaching to the colon. So these are some example of prebiotics food, as asparagus racemosus is there, garlic is there, banana is there, etc. And as already we discussed the probiotics, yogurt, yogurt is there, sour cream is there, buttermilk is there, etc. These are again some plant sources as a, act as a prebiotics. In that oligofructose is there, inulin is there, galacto-oligosaccharides are there, and some plant material like garlic, onion, chicory, etc., tomato, which are act as a prebiotics. Next class of this nutraceutical is the dietary fibers. Dietary fibers are plays an important role to maintain the healthy condition. Dietary fibers are those fibers or those parts of the plant, leaves, stem, fruits, and seed which are not digested or not absorbed in the body. Majorly, dietary fibers are grouped or classified into two types, as soluble dietary fibers and insoluble dietary fibers. Some example of soluble dietary fibers are gums are there, mucilage is there, fructo-oligosaccharides are there, etc. There are some insoluble dietary fibers as hemicellulose is there, some cellulose material is there, and lignin is there. Uh, these insoluble dietary fibers, when we consume these insoluble dietary fibers, as it is not soluble but it absorbs water up to certain extent, and by absorption of water it creates a pressure on the stool. So this leads or this facilitates easy and fastly emptying of the stool from this canal, from the alimentary canal. Now, soluble dietary fiber, they are not exactly soluble, but they get soluble in water and forms a gel-like appearance. And this prepared gel is bind with the stool, and due to this, it avoid the further absorption of glucose, and which prevent the increase in the level of glucose, further increase in the level of glucose in the body. These fibers, dietary fibers, are necessary for our body to function properly. It is recommended that daily everyone has to intake 30 to 40 grams of such a soluble and insoluble dietary fibers. And these dietary fibers we have to consume or we get from the sources as insoluble dietary fibers we get from the whole grains, cereals, wheat products, brown rice, fruits, and some vegetable with their peels. While soluble dietary fibers we get from the oats, dried beans, and legumes. Apart from this, some processed food available in the market which also shows the presence of these dietary fibers, which include some breads, some breakfast cereals, and high fiber beverage. Next class is antioxidant. Uh, Our body is under constant attack of the oxidative stress, and that leads to generation of the free radicals. So the formation of free radical is a chain reaction. As once free radicals can occur in our body, that free radical pulls an electron from a healthy or the stable radical or molecules, and that turns the uh, stable molecule become again unstable and form again the free radicals. So by this way, a free radical chain reaction is occur, and that free radical chain reaction is looks like this. So these free radicals can form in our body due to the having oxidative stress, and that oxidative stress can due to the number of factors, as due to exposure to UV rays, radiation, due to exposure to pollutant air pollution is there, due to smoking, due to having excess stress condition and poor nutrition, that all factors can lead to having oxidative stress in our body, and that leads to generation of the free radicals. So this free generated free radical may causes a dreadful disease condition in your body, that includes these heart attack, cancer, diabetes, early aging is there, and some other health complications. So to prevent this uh, formation of the free radical, we must need to have antioxidants. So any substances that delay or inhibit the oxidative damage to the target molecule. At the time, one oxidant molecule can react with the single free radicals and are capable to neutralize the free radical by donating one of their own electron, ending the carbon stealing reaction. So by this way, formation of the free radical can ended by such a antioxidant compounds. There are various forms or various antioxidants are available, as vitamin C is there, vitamin E is there, selenium is there, and carotenoids are there, such as beta carotene, lycopenes, lutein, and etc. Antioxidants are majorly grouped into the three categories, as true antioxidants are there, reducing antioxidants are there, and antioxidant synergist agents are there. The true antioxidants, as we seen, the true antioxidant react with the free radical and block the chain reaction of free radical. Reducing agents have a lower redox potential and readily get oxidized and are found effective against this oxidizing agent. These are the some examples of antioxidant food material that we have to consume to have sufficient antioxidant level in our body. That is, carrots is there, garlic is there, lemon, tomato, apple, broccoli, black grapes are there, turmeric, onion, etc. The last class of this nutraceuticals as the various phytochemicals. There are various sources of this phytochemicals, phytoconstituents are there. As I said, there are different type of phytoconstituents, uh, particularly primary and secondary metabolites. And these secondary metabolites play an important role for the treatment of the disease and ailments. There are various phytoconstituents which are obtained from the various grains like wheat germ, barley, and cereals, certain types of the nuts and grains. These particular grains found to present or contain tocopherols are there and tocotrienols are there. These particular phytochemicals support suppressed the growth of diverse tumors cell line via the initiation of the apoptosis process. Secondly, various plant, vegetable oil, nuts, legume, whole grains, fruits, vegetables, etc. It found to contain particularly phytosterols. This phytoconstituent found to present in this as a phytosterol, and they play an important role as they exhibit anti-inflammatory property, anti-neoplastic property, antipyretic, and immunomodulatory activity. The source for this phytoconstituent as some or various fruits, fresh fruits and vegetables. These material found to contain carotenoids, alpha beta carotenoids, etc. These carotenoids play an important role as they shows antioxidant property, as we discussed the major or important role of that antioxidant agent. It protects against various type of cancer, which include uterine cancer, prostate cancer, lung cancer, and digestive tract cancers. Some whole grains includes the cereals, coffee beans, fruits, olives, vegetables, and tea leaves that found to contain particularly phenolic compounds or phenolic constituents. These phenolic constituents shows antioxidant activity. It lowers the risk of coronary heart diseases, diabetes, hypertension, etc. Limonoids, phytochemicals, the source of that limonoids particularly is obtained from the citrus fruit, play an important role or shows the action as inhibiting the phase first enzymes and inducing the phase 2 detoxification enzyme in liver, provide protection to the lung tissue. So this all about the nutraceutical. Now talk about the nutraceutical market. The global nutraceutical market in 2020 was estimated to be around US dollar 493.6 billion. The global nutraceutical market is forecasted to reach up to US dollar 991 billion by 2030. And this is a pie chart showing the share by the particular products in the year 2021, that is for the dietary supplements, functional foods, and the functional behaviors. If you see the Indian market for this nutraceutical, the Indian nutraceutical market constitute nearly only 2% of the global nutraceutical market. It is expected to grow rapidly and account for up to 3% for the global share by 2022. It is seen that the developed countries, including the US, Europe, and Japan, account more than 90% of the global nutraceutical market. If you see about the Indian nutraceutical market can grow from year 2017 to 2022 as current annual growth rate by 21%. There are some drivers and the challenges. Some drivers for these nutraceuticals as it increases in the healthcare spending. As we see from the pandemic also, there is increase to spend more on the health. People were found more curious and more aware about the health. So the increase for the healthcare product, increase in the shift towards the preventive therapies. As we discussed, no new moiety is developed. It is difficult, and always prevention is better than cure. So there is increase towards the preventive care or the measures by the people. There is increasing the shift towards the self medication. uh, Self medication actually is not preferred. For consuming any herbs even, we have to consult with the physician first. As we see, phytochemicals are largely metabolized by the some same enzymes, those enzymes or that metabolize the food and the drugs. like cytochrome P450. Cytochrome P450, these are the set of enzymes capable of promoting the excretion of xenobiotics. So, due to this, there might be the chances of drug food interaction. So, if people were going for the self medication, it may be produce some hazard or side effect in by simultaneously consuming some allopathy medicine or some food material also. Like ginkgo biloba drug is there, which we see use for the allergic condition also. And if patient is already taking some phenytoin drug as used in epilepsy condition, so it may leads to uncontrolled seizure and may lead to the death of that patient if this ginkgo biloba and this phenytoin, if the patient consume one or simultaneously. This is because they are acting at the same phytochemicals are metabolized by the same enzyme by which this phenytoin is metabolized, that is CYP2C90. Likewise, again, so many drugs or food materials are there. They are contraindicated, not consumed with this allopathic medicine. Like chlorpropamide, if someone having diabetic problem and taking chlorpropamide as a medicine, then the patient also not to consume garlic in more amount with this drug. It may lead to hypoglycemic condition. Again, some drugs are banned in some country due to having such side effects are there. Growth in pharmacy and wellness and retail chain is there. Next is, due to this, the growth in this sector of pharmacy and wellness in retail chain, again there is increase or promising era for these nutraceutical. But has same time, the nutraceutical the industries has to face some challenges like lack of standardization. As we discussed previously, nutraceutical are not standardized or not having some specific guidelines for the standardization. Sometimes this nutraceutical having high price, so common people cannot afford to buy or purchase such type of preparations. So that may be the challenge for this nutraceutical market or industries there. There is a lack of awareness. People still not known or aware in detail about which type of nutraceutical has to consume or which type of deficiency they are facing. And there is a problem for the marketing and distribution channels or challenges for these particular nutraceuticals. So this all about from my side. Thank you for your listening.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for giving your valuable insights on potential role of nutraceutical as an immunity booster. I'm sure your address will help a lot in understanding the concept of nutraceutical as an immunity booster. And in the current pandemic situation, I guess all are very curious about to know about the nutraceutical as an immunity booster. Looking into chat box, our participants has also benefited by the guidance they have got from you. While the presentation was going on, some participants were asking some questions regarding today's topic. We would like to pick up some few questions from them. Shall I start the question answer session, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, definitely.
Okay, sir. Sir, first question is turmeric is a nutraceutical or any Ayurvedic product, and how we can distinguish between nutraceutical and an Ayurvedic medicine or Ayurvedic product?
Actually, madam, can you repeat the question?
Turmeric is a nutraceutical or an Ayurvedic product. How we can distinguish between the nutraceutical and the Ayurvedic product?
There are two questions, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Turmeric is a natural herb. Okay, turmeric is a natural herb, and how we distinguish this nutraceutical and the medicinal product. So, as we discuss or see, there are different metabolites produced by the plant. primary metabolites and secondary metabolites. These secondary metabolites actually show or play an important role for the treatment of disease. If we are preparing the preparation by extracting that particular crude drug material and taking only the extract, might be it contain that the specific phytoconstituent, that is nothing but the drug preparation or medicine preparation. And if we are taking the food, that drug material as a food, or use that material for the cooking purpose and consume it is as a whole or a part of that drug material, rather going for the extraction process, then it is considered or termed as a nutraceutical material.
Okay. So next question is there any in vitro model to evaluate the activity of prebiotics?
Actually, that I am telling, there is no any specific guideline yet to be framed for the evaluation of this nutraceutical. There must some have some this such a guideline, proper guideline for the evaluation of this. And now upcoming days, definitely we find some specific models for this nutraceutical evaluation.
Okay. So how we can perform the quality control test for the nutraceutical?
For the nutraceutical quality control, as we discuss or we see, there are different forms of this nutraceutical. Depending upon the particular form of that nutraceutical, initially we go for the evaluation. It may be a powder form, it may be in pills, it may be in extracted form. So depend upon the type of that particular form of that nutraceutical. Say for example, if it is in powder form, then some evaluation parameter like general evaluation parameter for that powder is applicable to that material. Apart from that, up to some extent, we are going to check the content of that particular material or the added ingredient. At least we have to check whether the uh, mentioned ingredient was present in that material or not. That
So
can
next
again by perform some qualitative or quantitative test.
So next question is how we can identify the steroids added in the different supplements because number of supplements are available in market with the steroid contamination.
See, steroids are not recommended to consume, but in some cases there is no alternative way for the steroid. But again, plant steroid to be considered as very safe as compared to the synthetic steroids.
Next question is what are the advantages of nutraceuticals over chemically synthesized antibiotics in killing pathogenic bacteria or microorganisms?
As we discussed that always prevention is better than cure. So unnecessary taking the medicine, synthetic medicine, we have early prevent the disease condition. As I said, Hippocrates again said that the relationship between that food material and our disease condition, that let food be your medicine and medicine be your food. So this food material, natural plant material, having the property to prevent the disease, no doubt. If we are taking an extract form, definitely this second metabolite used for the treatment of that disease. But if we are consuming as a nutraceutical form, so these nutraceuticals as a raw form, and there is no side effect, or you may say toxic effect on our body. So preferably our preference, or mostly our preference, is to consume this particular type of material which have this health benefit, including prebiotics, probiotics, etc. And if our health is proper, then there is definitely immunity system is our working properly, boost our immunity by this nutraceutical, and by that way we are going to avoid the consumption of this any antibiotics or any material.
The next question is should we consult before taking any nutraceuticals to the health consultant?
Yes, definitely we have to consent. as on the last slide I am going to mention, there is a herb interaction, there is a herb drug interaction. If we are taking any allopathy medicine or any herbal medicine, so in that cases definitely we have to consult with any physician for the consumption of that material.
Okay, so next question is what type of nutraceutical or functional food need to be developed in present era of COVID-19?
There is no now need to prepare any such type of nutraceutical, because according to the Ayush department, they already recommended to consume or take a kadha or decoction that I mentioned. Uh, that preparation, it includes some holy basil is there, cinnamon is there, kalmi dalchini is there. Then additionally we are going to add in that for the flavor purpose jaggery sugar, or the lemon juice is there, cinnamon is there, or uh, dry grapes are there. So these material help to prevent from the from the COVID-19. So if
So,
someone want to prepare this ready-made formulation, they can always welcome. They can prepare the ready-made formulation. Even some ready-made formulation of this kada in tablet form is available in the market.
okay, so can we say nutraceutical as a separate therapy?
Yes, we say nutraceutical as a separate therapy, and it is a natural therapy.
So next question is whether all the edible plant origin materials they are used as excipients or a drugs because all are non-toxic or they are also somewhat
See,
toxic.
already we discussed plants are considered to be as a non-toxic one, but it is not true at all time. Plant also have some side effects. Plant also have some limitations, as they may have some side effects also, because herbs interaction may be there. Herb food interaction, even herb food interaction is also there. So not consider all time plant as a safe one. Consult first with the physician, and if unknown plant we are going to take prepare for the excipient or use that material as an excipient, we have to first check the uh, LD50 value of that material also.
Okay, sir. And last question is there any marketed preparation as a estrogen blocker which is strongly effective for reducing estrogen levels due to anabolic steroid abuse?
uh, I'm not knowing actually the exact name of that preparation, but it is available in the market. I'm not able to recall now, but that material is available in the market, and it is from, I think, Dabur Pharmaceutical.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, and thank you all the participants. Thank you, Devi sir. There are a number of queries of the participants, but due to time constraint, we will stop the question answer session here. But I hope all the questions and all the queries have resolved by Devi sir. Now it's time to present vote of thanks. So I would like to request Dr. Birazdar Ma'am, Associate Professor, Adar Shikshan Prasarak Mandal, Khetipati College of Pharmacy, Usmanabad, to present vote of thanks. Over to you, ma'am.
Yes. Am I audible, madam? Am I
Yes,
audible?
yes, yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Good evening, all of you. So, myself, Dr. Aruna Birazdar, working as an associate professor in this college from last 10 years. Now I will take opportunity to give the vote of thanks to our eminent speaker, today's eminent speaker, Dr. Ujwaldeep Devre sir, who is working as an associate professor in R.C. Patel Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Shirpur. Sir has given a lot of information in detail about the nutraceuticals, because nowadays in pandemic it is very necessary to become a immune person, because immunity plays an important role. So as sir already told that prevention is better than cure, so you have to take care of our health by using these nutraceutical whatever present, and which we are getting it from the natural source in the form of food. So I think today's all participants maybe get enriched with the nutraceutical food, which they can use in their future life to get to take the care of their health also. and really sir has given a very advanced, or we can say in detailed information about the probiotics, prebiotics, dietary fibers, antioxidants, as well as the phytochemicals. So in terms of pharmacy also, it is a very useful information for preparation of new pharmaceuticals, which can be uh, the future of our health. So I'm very much thankful, sir, for giving such a informative and knowledgeful talk. As well as I'm also uh, thankful to our principal, Dr. Amol Joshi sir, as well as the organizing committee who has given me opportunity to give vote of thanks. I'm also uh, grateful as well as heartily thankful to the chief pattern, that is our president, president of K.T. Patil College of Pharmacy, Sri Sudhir Anna Patil sir, pattern, that is Aditya Patil sir, the administrative officer of our Sanstha, as well as the co-convener Geeta Sapkar madam, who is working as a vice principal. I'm also thankful to the all members who are directly, indirectly included in this program, that is FTP program. Last but least, I want to be heartily thankful to all the participants, because without participant, no program cannot is possible. So participants are also given their valuable time to take part in this program. So I will be thankful to all of you, one and all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Dr.
Okay.
Vidalkar, ma'am, for vote of thanks. And thank you so much, Devar sir, for sparing your valuable time and knowledge with us, and for your kind cooperation throughout the session. I am presenting this virtual certificate. Please accept it, sir. And
Thank you, madam. Yes.
thank you very much once again for your knowledge boosting session, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Shall I leave, madam?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes. We
Okay.
are
Thank you,
concluding
madam.
also. Thank you, sir. Good, good. Thank you once again. Now we will conclude our today's session, and we will meet tomorrow morning at sharp 11 a.m. for our third session. And for that, we have an international speaker, Mr. Prathamesh Deshmukh, Senior Manager, Regulatory Affairs, Bristol Myers Squibb, Princeton, New Jersey, USA, to give his perspective on regulatory aspects of herbal drugs. So, we will meet tomorrow morning at 11 p.m. 11 a.m. So, stay tuned and have a nice day. Thank you.